what's good, everybody? Back. It's me, K3B, on that ghost, man. We in our white Power Ranger. We don't even call it white. We gonna call it the light Power Ranger. The Power Ranger of the light. White. You feel me? Got that Saba. You see that Saba right there? For all my Power Ranger people back in the day, I know what Saba is, boy. Got that Saba. That white armor with that gold. Boy, we doing the thing. I'm gonna go see what this monk want.
Lord Sakai.
What's up, monk?
Where are the monks from your temple? Hochi and his followers came down from Cedar Temple to train healers in the village. Mongols kidnapped them. They took nothing else? Hochi went peacefully, so they spared the village. Slaughter those who resist, reward submission. Khotun's favorite tactic. He should not have gone along with them.
They reward cowardice.
The Mongols will be back. All he did was delay the end. Then it's a good thing you and I are here. Any idea where they went? They rode out past the tea fields. Let's pick up their trail.
What's weird to me, y'all, is men like to submit these days. They don't like to be the one leading out. They want to be the submitters. When I say
Let them harm the monks.
Gotcha.
The Mongols will keep them alive for their medical skills. I'm sure of nothing when it comes to the invaders.
Men want their women to submit to them, but men submit to their women. A woman's not going to submit to a man that submits to them. That means look for her for everything. In wrestling, most men watch wrestling growing up. If you haven't, you know, it's a submission match when you give up. A lot of men give up on out there trying to challenge life, but they drive Challengers and they got Challenger cars. They want to be the Charger, the one that gives power to the Challenger. They want their woman to be out there. Their woman is there.
This way, past the tea fields. Look for tracks.
Their woman is their tribute to the world. The Hunger Games. We live in the Hunger Games. And the man's supposed to be out there and sacrificing himself so the woman can, you know, be free and do things like Candace Everdeen, right? She sacrificed herself as tribute in replace of her sister. Her sister came with a nurse, a doctor. You feel me? But a lot of men, we don't do that. We rather be in the nursing homes and behind the computer and all that kind of stuff. We rather do that. We don't be out here challenging the world like we should. We don't. Trying to get better. We just take what the world gives us instead of give what we can to the world and we get it back in return. Pick up the Mongols trail. And here we go. Tracks.
Tracks here.
You follow the tracks. These tracks. Oh, I was going the wrong way. That sucked. I picked them up late. Oh, he's still at the same spot.
Went toward the swamp. Come.
I was a little early. He a little late. See, some people are always late.
It sounds like you and Hochi have a history. Hochi always complained that my brother was too eager to fight. Was your brother violent? No, but he was always fearless. When I was a child, the older boys in my village bullied me. That must have been a long time ago. Many meals ago. One time, the boys stuffed me in a millet sack and tried to hang me from a tree. Enjo pretended to be a demon lurking in the branches. They never bothered me again. Bravery takes many forms. Hochi thinks warrior monks are driven by anger and hate. But when I swing my nagina, I sacrifice the few to save the many.
I feel
Do
you.
it without hatred.
A lot of people don't understand that. Few people, a couple of bad fruit will spoil the whole bunch. And you sacrifice those fruit. Like, I paid for this fruit. You throw them fruit away. And you save the rest of your money's worth. You know, not everything about you is going to be good. And you try to eliminate what's not good in you. And you try to, you know, say what is good, you know what I mean? And you put things that you need to better yourself, to replace the bad.
I don't want the monks to get caught in the middle.
And you'll transform yourself in a process. But it's hard to change. It's really hard to change, y'all. It's hard to lose that weight, that extra stuff you don't need. It's hard to do a lot of things that's different and difficult, you know what I mean? It's like if you just used to doing things loud and proud, it's hard to be quiet. It's hard for people to be quiet. And if you're not fake and you're not used to lying to people, you rather not speak. You feel me? You rather not speak than to lie to somebody. You rather not speak than to look like a fool. Like you will sacrifice yourself, you know, to not lose yourself. But many people will just continue to put on an act and just pretend they know what they doing, pretend they, you know what I mean, pretend they are what they think they are. They not. And the fakes, honestly, they're easy to recognize. Why? Because there's more fake people than real. You feel me? There's more fake people than real. It's way more fake people than real. If everybody was real, this world would be different. This world would be a different place. Everybody claiming to be real, but they don't have real actions. You know? It'll be a very joyful, happy, very helpful place to live if everybody was real. It's more Mongols than samurai. You see what I'm saying? It's more destroyers than builders. It's more of those than anything. Just like that. Just like that. Fake just out there doing their own thing. They're not organized. They're not aware of anything that's going on. And one strategic assault or attack will take them out easily.
You'll be free soon.
Are you the samurai who rose from the dead?
Is Hochi with you?
Hochi? No.
Sound like Jesus, don't it? He rose from the dead.
Invaders chased after him. They'll be back any moment.
Road Sakai! Mongols up the road!
Norio? You're alive!
Man, he lost himself. You feel me? He lost himself. Where he is? Where is he? Going at them people. Just start going at the people. They love going after people that don't want to defend themselves. But the ones that can defend themselves, right? They stay away from. Just how life is. I always pick the easier target. They always pick the easiest route. Never just take care of what they need to take care of. Always take the easiest route to try to look bigger and promote fear.
Where is Hochi? A different group took him. Norio. They knew Hochi's name. and they mention Cedar Temple.
Lord Sakai, why would they separate Hochi from the rest?
He's the most skilled healer. They might have plans for him.
He also likes to argue.
You think he angered them?
Knowing Hochi? Yes.
Don't jump to conclusions. First, we need to track him down.
Give me time to figure out where the Mongols took him.
When you anger people of power,
Akashima village.
they throw dirt in your name.
Norio.
See, people like to attack the weaker vessels, right? But when you go attack a strong person of power, the little people that worship or praise or look up to that stronger power will defend that power until they are no more. They will. They can do a lot of wrong things, and you call them out on those wrong things, but people only see the good in the people that they look up to. When you look up to somebody, like a lot of people look up to Jordan, they only see the good. They only care about his shoes and what he did in the game for 6 years when he played like 15.
Sensei Ishikawa said he'd meet me here.
They only put Jordan's career under a microscope. They never look at it in its totality. Never.
He's not here. Maybe someone has seen him.
I hope the roads remain. That camp of survivors. The one outside Umugi Cove?
Umugi
It's
Cove.
cursed. People go missing.
The people there are vulnerable, without a place to call home. Easy prey for criminals.
Many of the survivors have lost their families, loved ones. There's something strange going on.
I'll put a stop to it.
I gotta meet him at this camp. Oh, he's up here. He's definitely up here. It's a child.
I'm looking for a samurai, an archer.
The sensei headed toward the coast. He said you should catch up with him to join the hunt.
Join the
And
hunt.
you'd know what that meant.
Oh, for his lady friend. For his lady friend. Dreams of conquest. But nah, they will hate, man. They'll praise him. But they won't talk about him as a man because a lot of men don't take care of their families. Like Godfather, everybody loves the Godfather, right? How can you call yourself a man if you don't take care of your family? But people think taking care of your family is supporting them with money. Paper, right? Paper isn't brick. It isn't solid like gold. It isn't. People like plastic and paper and plastic.
He's in trouble.
Thinking that's gonna what? Solve all their issues as a family. But it doesn't. Having a presence in their life and teaching them right from wrong. Teaching them the rights from your wrongs. You feel me? You gotta teach them the rights from your wrongs. Not just tell them right from wrong, but teach them what's right and use your life as an example. Not have them make the same mistakes as you. You know what I mean? Boy. Take that. You got in trouble, huh? You thought you was Big Boy Archer. You thought you was Big Boy Archer, and you got into a little gang of the same people that do your same things. And they came and did it multiple times. They outnumbered you. That's what happens. You're one-sided, and you're going to do one thing in life. Everybody start doing what you do. You ain't got nothing else to offer. Nothing else to offer.
You're wounded.
I'll survive.
You should have waited for me at the camp.
I had a lead on Tomoe. I couldn't risk losing her.
Were
You're a
those
specialist, man. You're a specialist. You're not a warrior. You're a specialist. You're the kicker of the team.
Tend to your wound.
You're the punter and the kicker. That's what all a shooter is. It's a specialist, man. You gotta be able to do multiple things out here in this world to stay out in this world. But a lot of people just want to be shooters and they have nothing else to offer the team. No defense. They can't defend themselves. You feel me? They can't defend the team. They can't score up close and personal. They gotta shoot. See? Shooters gotta be from distance. And people that like to shoot and go, you know what I mean? They don't like to get up close and personal. They get annoyed when people evade their personal space. They get very annoyed. And then they gonna want to have people close to them when they not in that shooter's mode. But when you have a shooter's mindset, that's a mindset, y'all. That's not just a position. When people just shoot all day, that's a mindset. They like to just have people around them when they want them there. They don't want to be up close and personal. That's a mindset. To go to the rim and score in the paint and be physical, that's a mindset. But some people are too physical and they can't coach. They can't teach someone how to do something else. You know what I mean? You gotta have both in a relationship. You know what I mean? You gotta be close and personal to get that physical touch that you want. But then you gotta vibe. You have to connect. Like a team had camaraderie with your mate, just like you had camaraderie with your teammates. But people don't connect the gaps between sports and life. They just think they're separate. Like nothing is separate. It's all connected. Like church and state, it's all connected. Space, science, it's all connected. But people like to separate it. But they have full of holes in their life and game because they don't understand the facts of life.
They had you surrounded.
Tomoe taught them well.
That's just like having a whole team of shooters and you get outshot. Everybody get outshot.
Share it.
You didn't notice them because you were too focused on finding Tomoe.
Tunnel vision.
Even I make mistakes, Sakai.
No peripherals at all. Can't see us beside you. You can't see on the left or the right. All you can see is in front. But then if you got a woman guarding your back, right? You get it? That's why the woman has your back. You know why the woman has your back? Because she can look behind you while you're looking forward and to the sides. She looks behind you and makes sure no one's coming up behind you to keep going forward. If we're like, he got eyes behind his back. Yeah, because spiritually, he got a good woman. People with court vision, they can see they got a good woman or a good, or they have someone behind them. Because most men like to stand behind men. They don't lead themselves.
Archers, for the most part. Tomoe has been seen with them on raids all over Kashima.
She won their trust.
Like your homeboys, right? My homeboy, he fine, man. He fine. They got them groupies. They call them their crew, but they got them groupies that don't do nothing for themselves. They bring nothing good to the table. They just there spending, wasting, and ain't doing nothing with their lives. If you're gonna have someone in your group, they gotta bring something to the table. Or they gotta be learning to bring something to the table to better their lives. You can't just have people around you that don't add to the process or add to anything.
But you never told me exactly what happened.
She used my teaching to help a band of assassins. They paid well.
It still doesn't explain why she attacked you.
Sakai, how does a samurai deal with an assassin?
You retaliated and attacked her.
I dealt with Tomoe as I would any common murderer.
She was your student.
I don't make exceptions, Sakai.
He can be an angry dad that got in a fight with his son, his student. You get what I'm saying? An angry man that got into it with his wife, or an angry man that got into it with his daughter and she ran away, or she left him to go cheat with the enemy, other men, or he left him to go into the world. That's what this means.
Sport.
Not sport. Practice.
They're ruthless.
Indulging violence weakens the warrior. Like too much food or drink.
Way too hard. Like how, you way too hard on your kids. You don't teach them. You expect them to be perfect when you're not perfect.
You said Tomoe traveled to your dojo to study. What did she do before that?
Her mother belonged to a merchant family in Umugi. She never knew her father.
Never knew her father, right? See? Perfect target for him. I can do whatever I want. Kill her confidence. And she can be whatever I want her to be. But instead, she fought back because she got a mind of her own.
More of Tomoe's work.
They like to push the narrative when things don't go their way because they feel like they're superior.
Hunt the people of Akashima like dogs.
They got a name for themselves. They use that name as leverage.
You've devoted your life to mastering the bow.
To the bow, yes, not to killing.
But a name means nothing without the actions.
Yes.
I've tied a wounded man to my horse with a bowstring. Used an arrowhead to cut meat when I had no knife.
You're saying a bow is more than a weapon.
And a samurai is more than a killer.
I mean, he's wise, but it's like people that use the Bible for their own way. They use the Bible to justify their actions instead of do what's right. He's using samurai lingo and samurai training to justify himself.
We have no choice.
Manipulation of
I
words.
trained her. I share the blame for her actions. I will end this.
You only share the blame if you encouraged her thirst for violence.
I made her my student.
He's basically telling the half truth.
And that's scary.
It's always two sides of the story. There's the light side that favors you, and there's the dark side that tells everything that you did wrong. And there's the middle when you blend both of them together and you understand what you did wrong and what you did right.
Observe the camp.
It's always three sides to a story. Always three sides to the story.
Look twice and shoot once.
The third side was a good side that favors you, a bad side that doesn't favor you. And there's the middle that gives you understanding of what you did right and what you did wrong. That's how they come up with solutions in court.
I hear them.
You hear both sides, and then you fill in the blanks, because they all got blanks. And whoever has the most blanks that's filled in with the other side wins, for real. It's like everybody think they right, but your story got to match. It's not about, like in court, real talk. That's why so many people get off. It's not about what's right, because everybody think they're right because they see it from one point of view. It's about what you can prove. It's about what you can prove. And proving is with actions. And a lot of people don't have actions. They hide their actions. And that's why they uncover dirt. But a lot of you talking about the past because they did it in the past. It's about what you did. It's not about what you're doing now. It's about crimes that you committed, not what you're doing now. Your past matter when it's bad.
A hybrid.
It always come back and bite you. Snake, that poison that you did back in the day, that liquor that you put out in this world instead of that water or wine, it come back and bite you later in life, man.
Training to fight samurai.
We will give them more to learn.
We take the camp, then find out where she is.
The moment you attack, my arrows will strike
That's
home.
both positive and negative too. That is both positive and negative. Reach the encounter area. You see me? You see me? You see me? Defeat the Mongols. Oh, so you see me? Let's do this chain thing, baby. Three, not 3 out, baby. See? That number 3 is real, ain't it? Don't be scared. Ooh. 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 I had to take you out. I had to take you. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Y'all big and bad out here training. Let's see what y'all training all about. See what y'all training all about.
I saw at Castle Canada. There's no fluke. You are improving.
Not to my knowledge.
Let's make sure. Look around.
Say they improving. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see how they improved? That's why you keep improving yourself.
Japanese bows and targets. Delivery locations all over Toyotama.
She's setting up more training camps.
One in Otsuna, another in Kushi, and more planned.
People are always out here trying to improve, y'all. But that's why you keep sharpening yourself as well. You get better. You upgrade. That's why you upgrade in video games, right? You don't stay the same and just try to run through it. You gotta take the time to get better, get better quality, better materials, better skills, better everything. Because your competitors or your competition or your enemies or even your allies, they get better. And you don't want to just be lagging behind your allies either, right? The world pushes forward. It doesn't stay the same. I don't understand how can someone say they're the best of all time when they don't have the best stats, they don't have the best weapons, they don't have anything. For their time, yes. For that era, yes. We shouldn't say greatest of all time. We should say for that era. We should do 10 block eras. You know what I mean? Give decades. Give the greatest player of a decade. And stop saying of all time when things get better.
What does it say?
Great Khan, conqueror of Tsushima. Before the year is over, your archers will know all I do about killing samurai. And I will deliver the heads of Sensei Ishikawa and Jin Sakai.
Oh.
Tomoe was here.
Oh.
I gave her everything. And she threw it away.
She's a threat. There is only one way this ends.
I know what must be done.
Knowing and doing are different.
You are questioning whether I am samurai?
I am questioning that you're a samurai. You're a shooter.
Tomoe.
You're not the greatest. You're not the greatest of all. You're not one of the greats. You gotta be great at everything to be a samurai.
I will destroy
You're just a shooter.
this island. That is my duty.
You Reggie Miller. You feel me? You Reggie Miller.
The list we found. We will use
You
it
great
to
at what
track
you
down
do,
the camps.
but you don't do everything good.
And we will end Tomoe's treachery.
You Steve Kerr. You feel me? You're a supporting character.
You are a fine warrior. You could become a great leader.
I am a leader.
But do not question my integrity again.
See, look at him. He mad. He mad. He big mad. He plotting now. Plotting. See, when you call people out on their nonsense, man, you call people on their nonsense, they don't like it. Like, nah, don't question my character. Have these people questioning me. I already got people fooled. I already got people fooled. I ain't trying to do more work to prove myself. I do what I do great. And they need me. I'm a specialist. See, he's a specialist. He's not a warrior. He's an archer. He's a shooter. He's not a warrior. It's like, people always want to make themselves look better than what they truly are. You know what I'm saying? That's the funniest thing. Funniest thing. Black dyes. What's up with these black dyes?
Samurai. Are you alive or a spirit?
Both?
No.
Spirit or
I'm
alive?
wondering what you do here.
I feared the secrets of my dyes would go to waste. But a samurai lives. My colors are midnight. Trees blackened by fire. Eyes dark with yearning. Bring me the right materials, and I will clothe you, my lord.
Thank you.
Bet. But nah, people, they like to make themselves look better than what they are. They do. Because what? They only know what they know. And they truly haven't experienced other things. You know what I mean? And when they come across someone that's more experienced and has more, exposure to things in life, they don't like that. Like when couples go out on couples dates and stuff, right? Or couples vacations, and one couple they don't connect like that. They touch a lot, you know what I mean? They can touch and make each other feel good, Monsters Ball, Holly Berry, but they don't connect. They don't enjoy each other's company like that. It just feels very, very unnatural, and it makes them uncomfortable when they're around couples that actually get along and like each other. If you can just sit and relax in the peace of someone, see a lover's touch. See a lover's touch, Lady Microsoft. See, he don't have a lover's touch right now. He just has mental connections with people, and he stays busy fulfilling those connections. And he doesn't have someone to touch him, but he's fulfilled by the love that he gives to them, the actions that he gives to them, and they are grateful for what he does. He's a mental lover. He loves them mentally and soothes their mind from worry. While a lot of people just soothe the body and thinking that's enough. So you got to do both. You see what I'm saying? You got to do both.
Brother used to take us to Omi Lake with Lady Masako and her children. We played in the water, while Mother and Masako traded funny stories over tea.
We focus on the body way too much in this world. It's like mental health is real, but we don't get mental checkups. No, we go get physical checkups, and we worry about the physical. But if you take care of the mental, the physical will take care of itself. Because what the mind is, the mind controls the body. The mind controls the body. Okay. It's three of y'all. Oh, I'm big boy scared. I'm big scared. Oh, you bucked at me, huh? I hear you screaming. Oh, you bucked at me again. Oh, that was your last move, player. That was your last move, player. Oh, you got me. Don't run. Don't run. You scared. That was your last move. That was your last move, my guy. You gotta make your first move. A very, very important move. You have to move with purpose in this world. If you don't move with purpose, you might miss your opportunity with your chance, bro. Like, I saw this dunk. This dude tried to lay this ball up, and he got blocked. I mean, smacked. They called a foul, but it was weak.
You're going to be all right.
And people out here thinking they just gonna make it in life by playing around with the opportunities they get and not getting better.
I don't know much. Just that the Mongols have taken over the lighthouse on Kubara's coast.
A fine outpost for scouting. Thank you.
It's like teams, and even in sports, and even in relationships, coaches and women, they don't want just dead bodies that can't do nothing. They want movement. They want people that can think and do things on their own and maneuver and connect with people. You know what I mean? They don't want someone that need to be spoon-fed information all the time. But then they don't want someone to do what they do all the time. Like, just let him do what he do. They need structure, because when the game slow down and you need the team to come up with something and not just someone to come up with something, that's when issues start. Everybody loves Anthony Edwards. He does what he do. But he gonna learn that he need his team. It can't just be, we in trouble, I'll put on my cape and we gonna do what we gotta do. That ain't always gonna happen. They gonna find a way to shut him down. They're gonna find a way to make things difficult for him. He will get figured out. In the playoffs, he either gonna show that he that guy and he can carry them through the toughest part of the year. You feel me? Or he gonna lose gas at the end of the year. Because the regular season, yeah, people dominate. The young people, that's for the young teams. They let the rookies and the young boys carry them through the regular season. That's when they earn their stripes. But them veterans, them wily veterans, they the ones when it's crunch time, lunchtime, in the toughest moments, they the ones that you need them steals from. They the ones that you need that extra rotation on defense. The little things that people don't see. You need things from them wily veterans. Like we're gonna talk about the Cavs. You're gonna need them. You're gonna need the Shane Battiers for the Miami Heat. You're gonna need the Richard Jeffersons for the Cavaliers when they won the ring. You're gonna need those Sean Livingstons when the Warriors were doing their thing. You're gonna need the Ron Harpers and the Rodmans for the Bulls, the Luke Longleys, the Tony Kukocs. You're gonna need those type of guys. You're gonna need the the Coopers for the Lakers. You feel me? You're gonna need the Robert Ory's. You're gonna need those type of people. You're gonna need the Lottie Divoxes to play tough defense to make people earn what they need to earn. You're gonna need those type of people. But everybody wanna score and get buckets and not defend. You're gonna need those intangibles. You feel me? You're gonna need those things when they count the most. And if you haven't been getting them all year, you're not gonna get them when you need them the most. You're just not. Alright, let's go see what he want. We're gonna try to knock him out. Gotta close out these loose ends, man. We're gonna finish this game completely probably. I'm not trying to just do the main story. Cause you know, life isn't just about your main story. If all you have is you in life, you're gonna be missing out on some key details to help you better your life. You feel me? You're gonna need side quests in your life.
Training camps is around here.
Side quests, that's why they side quest in these games. Cause it mirrors life. They just want to get through it and be, nah. The side quests, real talk. These side quests and the side quest in your life.
Don't kill me.
I'm not, bro. Exactly. I'm not gonna do nothing to you. Side quests in your life, they help you with the main story of your life. If you don't develop yourself as a character or as a man or as a woman or as a person, you won't be a main character. You will just be a support. You'll be playing a supporting role in someone else's life. You'll be an Ichikawa, just a shooter. You'll be a Lady Makasao, just have too much rage and out here trying to get your revenge on the world. You won't be out here fighting the main fight. You won't be.
I'm not a thief.
Everyone knows you're attacking caravans. The ghost and the demon Sensei.
Sensei Ishikawa?
Uh-oh.
I've heard you myself.
Heard us? When?
Not long ago. Tearing up the road like starving wolves.
Ishikawa's bad. The ghost and the demon Sensei. Interesting.
How are Sensei Ishikawa and I being blamed for highway robbery?
Wonder if this is like
Find out who's responsible.
highway robbery. That's funny. Highway robbery. Highway, the roads of life, the paths of life, robbing people from their knowledge and stuff during life. Doesn't mean roads like actual physical roads. Oh, who we got here? Straw Hat. He bucked at me. You choking, my guy. And you fell down. He choked. I mean, he had his opportunity to get what he wanted. He choked. And he fell from grace. He fell from grace. He froze. Let's say he was about to steal from that person. And he froze up. Or he was about to marry someone. And he froze up. And he destroyed her mind. And she fell from grace. And then he fell from grace because karma can always come back and get you. He fell from grace because he choked. Because he got scared. You feel me? He choked, got scared, and missed out on his blessing because it took too much work. And he didn't want to do that work. He was thinking about all the stuff that he was missing out on. That's the thing. People always look about what they're missing out on, right? They never see what they'll gain from a situation. They never look at what they will gain from a situation. They will quickly look at what they know and what they're missing out on of the things that they know and what they're used to. But the unknown is what you'll gain from your sacrifice of what you don't have. Gotta get the archers out the way. See, they always gang up on you with more shooters because you have nothing else to offer. You know why? Because you attack people from far. You can't attack people within. So if they get you, they gotta get you from a distance. And you can't you can't attack all of them at the same time. He can only shoot at one at the same time. And that's when you just a shooter and you can't dribble and you can't drive and you can't pass and you can't play defense. You got Duncan Robinson, right? For the Miami Heat. You're only a shooter. You can only do so much on the court. Like Dane. He can only do so much. He's not a great driver. He's not a great passer. He's a solid passer. And what he do? All he does, he just shoots further and further away from the basket. That's his answer to everything. He shoots further and further away from the basket to what? Nullify his flaws.
What happened here?
His caravan was ambushed.
Lots of attacks lately. People say you're stealing supplies. Or sided with the Mongols.
Rest easy.
Who would say
I'll
that?
discuss this with Lord Sakai.
Someone impersonating us. Identity theft.
Tomoe is behind this.
She sows paranoia and fear. Attacking caravans, blaming us. I caught up to his group too late. Saved him, but not the others.
It could be
Who was the
Ishikawa,
ambushed?
man.
Close. Why?
Find the ambush site. Track the rest of Tomoe's group to their camp.
That makes sense.
What's wrong?
Nothing. She has me off balance.
We'll put an end to that.
She ahead of you. She's slicker than you.
Eat
She's
the
a
food
step ahead of you.
and wait a while before you leave.
You're hit chasing. You chasing someone that's always ahead of you. You're so blind that you can't see that she always a step or two ahead of you. Cause she know you was gonna come after her.
How did you find me?
Someone heard a convoy being chased.
People avoid the roads because of Tomoe. When I caught wind of a merchant chancing a supply run, I followed.
Why would Tomoe attack supply runs in Kushi Prefecture? There's no strategic importance.
No. But Kushidera Temple inspires people. Could be a Mongol effort to break morale here.
You don't sound convinced.
I think that's part of it. Not all. Tomoe betrayed everything I taught her. Then she betrayed me.
Or maybe she's doing what she learned from watching you. She learned from what you do and not from what you say. You feel me? A lot of, like I said that before. People always want you to do what they say and not what they do.
More victims of Tomoe. Let's see what we can learn.
It's always they do what I say and not what I do.
Japanese and Mongol arrows.
Of course.
They don't walk it like they talk it. They talk it and walk a whole different direction. They talk it and walk a whole different direction.
It's a warning to the people of Kushi.
From Tomoe.
From Lord Sakai and Sensei Ishikawa. No travel is permitted on these roads. On pain of death.
Crude. But
That's Rizzo. That's Rizzo word. Rizzo? The straw hat guy?
They took off down the road.
Yeah.
Find them. This is the
They trying to turn him into them.
ambush anyone in Kushi Prefecture.
Trying to turn him into an enemy. Trying to destroy his image, his likeness, his name, image, and likeness. His NIL deals. Trying to destroy him. That's what people do. For that money, they'll try to destroy your name. To make their name better.
Hurry!
But when you fight negativity, you're going to get negativity back. And two negatives make a right. That's math, y'all. That's real math. A negative plus a negative. A negative times a negative is a positive. When you throw positivity at negative people,
With his hakama half tied.
when you throw positivity at negative people, you got to outnumber their negativity. Because when the positive number is greater than the negative number, it's what? Still positive, but it takes away from the positivity. You feel me? But when you multiply their negativity with their negativity, if you just return their negativity, it'll be positive. That's math. That's math. And that's energy. That's multiplying energy.
She's here alone.
How come
Integers. You get it? Energy, integers.
You'll be free soon.
Oh no. No, please. No.
That's why you return energy. You don't be mean. You just give them what they give you.
She said
Because they want you to absorb what they give you. You feel me? You just bounce it back off. Like, okay, whatever.
to the samurai
You
king.
ain't gotta be mean. You just gotta bounce it back to them. So they can feel what they gave you. Just like, whatever. It don't phase you. We gotta survive the archers. How do I get up here? See, they want us to keep their distance. We ain't got time for that. We're gonna get up close and personal. That's the thing. Folks want to shoot from a distance. See what I mean? They want to stay distant and shoot their shots from the safety of what their numbers. They outnumber you. They got more support. They got more followers. So they shoot their shots. And their followers just gonna what? Their followers gonna believe everything they say. I think it's good and leading them to nowhere. Leading them to nowhere. They get led nowhere. See? Nowhere. Following each other to nowhere. To nowhere. And there's few people that follow this, you know what I mean? The few people that actually follow who? The samurai that's getting led to freedom and joy and peace and abundance. Not everybody gets to get to the promised land, y'all. Some people they choose to be out there outside of heaven. They choose to be outside of it because they don't know no better. All they know is what they know because different is difficult. Different is difficult. See? D's and D's. They DD. Double D. Double dare. I double dare you to do something different.
Tomoe set a trap for us, and we walked right into it.
It ain't Tomoe, it's him, bro.
I spoke with her 2 days ago.
It ain't Tomoe. It ain't Tomoe.
Heard her talking about a Japanese woman she saw with the Mongols. I asked her to find out where they were camped and report back.
You did what?
It could have gone the other way. We'd be standing over Tomoe's body instead.
You talk about what it means to be a warrior.
Exactly.
Well, Tomoe undermines that.
Walk it like I talk it.
You and she are the same.
See? Mirror
You expect
images.
us to be perfect.
No. I won't expect you to be perfect. I expect you to be a man of your word.
Me, Masako Adachi. But only a child expects perfection of his elders.
But only a
Finish your thought, Sensei.
exactly, because they expect
all
perfection
carry
from him.
weapons. We all choose between life and death.
And you're too comfortable with that power.
Exactly.
If I weren't, I would be dead. And so would you, Ghost.
Not everyone can be a samurai.
But we're all killers.
We are. We definitely are. But what do you use your power for? You use your power for selfish gain, or do you give your power to the game to move it forward and not hold it back? That's the thing. He doing it to preserve his stay instead of giving it to the game to make sure that the game keeps going on after he's gone, meaning the world. You make sure the world's a better place for your young. A lot of people that don't have kids, they understand that. They do things for their selfishness, man. You make sure the game, you make sure life, the game of life, which is my favorite board game, the game of life, is better than what you came into it. You make sure your family is better than what you came into it. You leave everything you do, anything you touch, you have to make better. Most people, they just make it worse. A lot of people in this world make things worse than what they receive them as. You know what I mean? It's like getting some shoes. They're rough on shoes. They rough on video games. They be all scratched up. Their PlayStation be all dirty. They don't take care of it. They don't have maintenance. And they don't grow it. Like companies, Xbox, their game division hasn't gotten better in forever. While Sony and Nintendo continues to thrive and get better and improve on what they've been doing. You feel me? They do what they do best and they improve on it. Call of Duty still feel the same because everybody just buy it. You know, 2K improves, but people don't notice the small details that 2K improves. It plays just like basketball. You complain about basketball in real life, you complain about 2K in real life. Basketball ain't perfect. And 2K not perfect. They complain about the refs and y'all complain to 2K. But everybody want to look fresh. And looking fresh costs money. And they got y'all looking just like the NBA players out there. Fresh and your own individual and everything. Is a carbon copy of what you see on that court. The only thing that's lagging behind is Madden. But Madden's going to get there eventually. Because eventually they're going to have some competition. It's going to have to happen. And speaking of competition, let's go handle these dudes and we'll end this EP off, man. Let's get it. Wait till it ended with some competition, right? Oh, you gonna buck at your boy? Ooh, come here, boy. Fresh wine. Fresh wine for everybody. Oh. Ooh, one ran away. Did y'all both run away? What is this? Don't run. Oh, and this big boy here. Where you going, big boy? Don't run. We'll end you real quick. End you really quick. Oh, end that suffering. And then on his end of suffering, we will end this EP right here, man. We'll catch y'all next time.